Welcome to another styling video. This is the result of a wash and fro, which you can see in my last video, which will be linked somewhere underneath. And it's now time to wash it and start all over again. And I have a fun design planned, so let me come back with wet hair and we'll go from there. So last time I did the wash and go, I applied this first and the second. I reversed it this time just to see what would happen. I applied this first and I'm going to apply this now.
Just wanted to jump in here and say that applying it in the reverse order makes the hair much drier. The honey humectant with the glycerin in definitely needs to go on first, and then the super hold gel needs to go on second in that order, and then it works really, really well together.
I did apply it on soaking wet hair. The towel is just there to grab extra moisture. Okay. Okay, so this is where we're at. And like I said, we're gonna go ahead and apply this. Start off with about that much and apply on the one side. Just kind of raking and smoothing here for my application method. Just kind of picking out sections to make sure I really have all of it. This gel has a lot of slip to it when combined with the other gel. And between putting the gel in and putting the towel on my head, that absorbed a lot of excess moisture, so it's not just dripping here. Make sure I really get the ends, and then go through and pull out individual sections. Okay, so like I said, I didn't squeeze out any water or anything like that. I just used a towel to gently absorb the excess moisture. So now I'm gonna go ahead and part it and then try this idea that I wanted to do. So let me part off camera and I'll come and I'll be right back. Okay, we're all parted off. I've made one, technically two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections in my head. The first thing I'm gonna do is cornrow these two sides. And I am just gonna apply a little bit of this foaming lotion to the lengths of my hair here, because I find that helps make really nice braids, especially if I want to do a braid out later. Okay, so that's all evenly distributed, and it is time to go ahead and start braiding. All right, and then finish up with a twirly curly. That's one done. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side off camera and be back. Now here we are at the most tricky section. So I have to connect these two parts and then that part to this part at the back, but I'm not gonna take this part out yet until I get there. Foam. And this is my bang area, which is a little bit shorter, so it shouldn't take me quite as long. But here we go. All right, there we go. So I've done crossover braids before, but I haven't done 1, 2, 3 crossover. So this starts here, kind of goes to that middle section and then comes around. And now I have to try the other side. So I will do that off camera and then come back. Here I am at the last one. This one was a little bit easier to complete. And I made sure to put foam in the last one before I started it. And I tried to pull them tight-ish so that they don't come out, because of course I did this from wet, so my curls are gonna pop up a little bit. Just trying to get it as long as I can before I go ahead and twirl that up, which I think this is probably going to be good, or else there we go, or else it would be more twirl than it is braid, and I want more braid than twirl. Okay, so this little one escaped, and that's fine. I'm just gonna curl it around. Actually, I'm gonna use just a tiny dab of this. Let's see. Okay, that's curling up the direction I want. So here you go. I'll give you a view from the back. And I've got these 4 braids here, which I love. And yeah, I do want it to press it down just a little bit further. So just a little bit more mousse. Just press that in. And then I'm gonna press it down with this do-rag. That's what I do when I want something to be flat. Now I can't tie this too tightly around my head or it will give me a migraine. So once I've made the initial knot, I loosen it and then just kind of wrap this part around gently. Make sure that's secure and then loosen it a bit more again. And then to really just make sure everything is dry, I'm going to go over it with the blow dryer for a few minutes. Okay, it's a pretty nice day outside, so I'm just gonna let the rest of that just air dry. It's not perfectly dry, but this just gets the process started and make sure it's not gonna be soaking wet for hours and hours. And I will come back later with an update. I'm back. Just gotta take this off. And, ooh, that pressed down real nice. So again, here's the top, sides. Yeah. And I think I'm just gonna end up putting this behind my ear. And I was debating on if I should have earrings, and I think yes, I will. There we go. Alrighty, and that's my look. And we'll see how long I can keep this style, but yeah, something fun and simple. Of course, putting the braids in took some time, but anything that's artsy is always gonna require a little bit of effort. Until next time.